My people, welcome back to another video. Today is a full day of eating. Now, it's my belief that we have gotten so out of touch with what we are supposed to be eating, single ingredient foods. And that is what this day of eating is about. It's about eating foods that are organic, single ingredient, and are easily digestible. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Alex. I am massive on healthy living because you know what happens when you feel good? You also perform well in life and you look good in turn. So that being said, I am massive on not eating food in the morning. So what does that typically look like? It's usually me at the standing desk doing my work until 12 p.m. So I make sure to give my body at least 5 hours after waking. That being said, the only thing I do consume is spring water. So this is the brand I usually get, Mountain Valley or Saratoga Springs. We're made up of 70% water, so why are we not putting the best water into our bodies? Most tap water is contaminated with heavy metals, PFAs, PFAS, birth control, and a whole host of other things that we just don't want in our bodies. Once I finished up my work blocks, once I finished a whole thing of water, I also have some electrolytes with that water. So that is the brand that I get, Real Salt, Redmond. This is not sponsored or anything. It's just a brand that I like because it is clean. Now that being said, the first meal is about to go down. It's 12 p.m., which means it's time to break the fast. Let's go. We got an orange, avocado, apple, sardines, Redmond salt, olive oil, dates, cacao powder, cinnamon, organic cacao nibs, maple syrup, of course, and you cannot forget the eggs. So that is the spread that I have going on. As you can see, it's all single ingredients. What I start with every single day is fruit. So starting with that bad boy, oranges are the most elite fruit. Let me know in the comments what your favorite fruit is. Mine's always gonna go to oranges, papaya, apples. Those are some of my staples. Berries, of course. Speaking of berries, I almost forgot these bad boys. This is what we're gonna go with as well. So if you can get frozen because you're gonna get the most nutrients when they're frozen because they pick them, they freeze them, bada bing, bada boom. All right, let me eat this orange. Wow. So juicy. Also, I'm big on getting a lot of orange foods in because nature gives cues. If you're in the sun a lot, especially, foods like oranges can be super, super powerful to be eating. And I spend a lot of time in the sun. So I'm always focused on eating foods that help combat those negative side effects from overexposure in the sun. All right, now it is time for this bad boy right here. You're gonna see what's about to go down, but just know we're not eating this straight up. We're making my famous avocado pudding. By the way, it's not that famous, but trust me on this one. If you eat this, if you try this, you're never going back. This is everything you need to make avocado pudding. We got dates, we got maple syrup, we got cacao powder, cinnamon, cacao nibs, salt, an avocado, of course, and blueberries. This is how I make mine. You can make it however you want, but I'd suggest you follow my way. First things first, slice the avocado. Take out the pit, of course. Take your avocado into a bowl. Ever since I started eating healthy, food became more fun for me. And also, having healthy food taste incredible is a double whammy. You're not only becoming a healthier version of yourself, you're also enjoying the food. Like, this is one of my favorite meals on earth, which is crazy, but it is. All right, she is all mashed up, which means now it's time to go cacao powder. Make sure you have a high quality cacao powder as well. We don't want any low quality cacao. So I do 2 scoops of this, simple, a generous amount of salt, and then cinnamon. I like to eat cinnamon when I'm eating foods that are higher in natural sugars like fruit. It's just a great way to offset that sugar. Now, we got cacao nibs, of course. I love cacao, so I do as much as I can. This just adds a nice crunch in there too, so trust me on this one, you're gonna wanna add it. I just do a handful, boom. And then Nature's Candy, we got the maple syrup. Just 1 little spoonful, doesn't have to be anything crazy, but however sweet you like it, just do that. Now I'm gonna mix that together. Gonna add more maple in there. So I get most of my carbohydrates from fruit, from maple syrup, from honey. That's pretty much where I get all of my carbs from. I'm always doing tweaks to my diet, so sometimes I'll have a phase where I'm enjoying rice more, but I make sure to go white rice. And then I'll have a phase where I'm enjoying sourdough bread. I'm not really strict on anything. I just make sure I'm eating as close to nature as possible. Now, this is an extra. We're gonna add dates. Dates are one of the greatest foods on earth. We're gonna take some bits of dates in there, just cut it up, bada bing. Also, fasting makes you appreciate food that much more. If you ever tried fasting, you know what I'm talking about. It's like you look forward to your meals way more. Last thing, blueberries. Just a couple in there. And that is what we got. Avocado pudding. That is another staple in the diet. This is something I eat pretty much every single day. It's like eating dessert, but it's good for you. Taste test. Wow. I just absolutely demolished that avocado pudding. I actually ended up having like 5 more dates too. I don't know about you, but I'm not one to just eat a bowl and then just call it right there. I have to eat more food after. Your boy eats a lot. That being said, couldn't find the pan, so we're using this bad boy. We're doing 6 eggs, pasture-raised, organic. No matter what, I'm always going pasture-raised. It's that stamp of approval that those chickens are eating worms, dirt, eating on the pastures rather than eating all these grains, all this feed that you just don't want to be eating. Because what the chicken is eating, you are eating as well. It's different with things like grass-fed meat, whereas cows have 2 different stomachs that really is able to filter out a lot of the bad stuff. Chickens don't have that, pigs don't have that, and that being said, this is why I do pasture-raised eggs. This right here is grass-fed butter. I always go grass-fed butter. It's a non-negotiable. And while that's heating up, we're gonna go sardines. This is a staple. Omega-3s, healthy fats. This with eggs is a combination for success. Also, this is a solid brand that I do get, Wild Planet. The reason I like these, they're soaked in extra virgin olive oil. A lot of them you'll find might be in canola oil, seed oils. You do not want that. Go for Wild Planet. We'll put these bad boys in the bowl. All right, eggs are just about ready to go in. All right, we are good to go. As you can see under there, some of the yolks are raw. That's to get the most nutrients out of them. So I just scoop a couple out and then I put the rest in the bowl. Of course, a little extra virgin olive oil to top it off, and then also a little more salt. And that does it for breakfast. Sardines, eggs, olive oil, salt. That's it. This is a clean breakfast, very little carbs from bread, things like that. Getting all the carbs from the fruit, the dates, the maple syrup, and then this, of course, we've got straight protein. I eat 6 to 8 eggs per day. They make me feel my best. I feel strong, incredible from them. Eggs are amazing for the skin, hair, nails, everything under the sun. You are getting incredible nutrients. It doesn't look the most appetizing, but I'll tell you what, we're not going for aesthetics here. We're going for taste. We're going for simplicity. It is that time. It's time to cook dinner. Wrapped up the day with a 4-mile walk, which means now it is time to eat. Last meal was at 12. I only do 2 meals per day. That just works best for me. It helps me get in the flow of my work. I don't have to think about making meals. 2 meals has been the move for the past couple of years. So I'm gonna cook the classic meal. This is what I have almost every single day. It's good to have the same foods as often as you can. That way your body knows what to expect. It breaks it down. It knows what to do with it. And we're breaking out the big dog, organic ground beef. You always want it to say 100% grass-fed because sometimes they will feed them with grains, which you don't want. So this is what we go with almost every time. Grass-fed butter in the pan. Then we're gonna crack this puppy open. Beef is truly just an elite protein. Probably the best one you could be getting. It's the one that I stick by. I feel the best off of it. Come on, baby. All right, the next thing is, this is what we do for veggies. Always do carrots and sauerkraut. That's what I stick with 99% of the time. So I'm gonna show you what I make here right now. We're gonna start this one off shredding some carrots. Doing that raw apple cider vinegar along with olive oil, some sauerkraut, make sure it's raw organic. That juice in there is like a plant-based raw kefir, so make sure to add some of that as well. And then some salt, of course. And that is the carrot salad right there. I'm huge on getting in like veggie type food right before I eat a high protein meal. So that just helps your body absorb those nutrients even more. And I wanna say this right off the bat. I did not say this in the beginning, but I am no expert. I am no doctor. I'm just someone who's extremely passionate about their health and someone who does a lot of research. So take whatever you like that I say and then you can discard the rest. But one thing to know is I like doing my research. I like looking up the best ways to be the most optimal human being possible. So if that resonates with you, keep following along, but just know I'm no doctor. I just like to feel good, and the results show. I feel incredible every single day because of the diet that I eat. And this carrot salad is everything you just saw right there. It's an incredible salad for gut health, for skin health, and just all around vitality. There is a guy named Dr. Ray Peat who you might want to check out. He has a carrot salad recipe where he also adds things like coconut, he adds things like lemon juice, which is a great way to go about it. But I just do the carrots, sauerkraut, apple cider vinegar, and that is incredible for your gut. Your gut is your second brain, so you want to be feeding your gut the best foods possible. And that being said, the better quality foods you're giving your gut, the better quality thoughts you're gonna have. And the gut affects everything. If you have a good gut, you're gonna have good skin health. So that is a great way to heal the gut. And also on top of that, as you can see, I'm outside. Humans are not made to be eating in front of LED screens or blue light screens. We're made to be eating outside. So especially in the summer, I like to eat outside, feed in the grass as much as possible. Of course, that's not the case if you're at a restaurant, but for the most part, I'm eating outside, getting natural sunlight, getting natural light in general. That's a huge habit for me. We are going in with that 100% grass-fed beef. Of course, I go a full pound, and then we're pairing it with an avocado. There has been studies done that when you pair an avocado with red meat, the meal becomes less inflammatory. And then honey on meat is something you need to get on ASAP. Also pairing that with cinnamon. All right, and the last part of dinner is this bad boy. This kind of food makes me feel amazing. I am massive on eating the highest quality foods possible. That's why I spend the most money on food. I believe that that is an investment right into yourself when you spend that money on food, buying the highest quality stuff. Let's give this a little try. That is a full day of eating with your boy. We got it done. We're always eating healthy. Of course, we like to work for our meals, so we're fasting till 12 p.m. We're working out in the morning. We're going for a 4-mile walk after work. Comes down to the basics. Move your body, eat high quality foods that come from Mother Nature. That is it. I appreciate you watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're coming out with videos twice a week, every week. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I'm gonna add another video somewhere up here. That video is all about diet, testosterone, good skin health. So, I will see you next week for another one.